When I see you on or see my sister and see how gorgeous you both are, slim, etc., I feel so envious and so inadequate. I so much want to lose weight to be like you or my slimmer sister. I'm aware, though, that there is a reaching for the future for happiness in being slim, for being loved and getting the attention of men by being slim. Can you clarify for me where in this goal of wanting to become slim there is confusion, and what is okay, so to speak of, in consciousness? Huh? Yeah. What is okay? Everything's okay. Everything that appears is it, everything, even if it's suffering. In other words, going on diet, being diligent about wanting to be slim, is this suffering? Envying others who are slim feels like suffering to me. So how can I become slim without suffering? Can you clarify this? I'm so envious of how beautiful and gorgeous you are. I like the honesty. You did the little envious face, which is one of my favourite faces on Skype. It goes, it's nice, the background, but I think that you can't see my face so well. We'll go back to the kitchen for this answer. How lovely it is. So, on the question of being slim, I've forgotten what the question was again now. There was a lot. Okay, let's just go through question by question. The urge here is to not want to talk about what this will look like and what will arise and won't arise. So the urge here is to not want to say you won't have this or you will have this. Like, I'm happy to question everything, but it will look like this. So you say, will this rise or won't that arise? And I prefer just to question everything rather than to say what will or won't arise, because then the me begins to form another imagination of who it's going to be. So people often try to get me into dialogue about what my experience is or what it will look like. And the sense is it's just the me trying to understand and recreate an idea of what enlightenment or liberation would look like. And it doesn't look like anything, it's just what is. If it looked like something, it's not liberation, because that would be something. So, the weight loss thing is a huge thing for women, maybe for men too, but a lot of the time for women. And there's nothing wrong with the sense of attraction and making love and finding things more beautiful than other things, physically more beautiful than other things. But when you're making love with someone, the body isn't seen. What is seen is the other bodies. In the game of getting men, maybe having a slimmer body will get more men, but maybe not, actually. We don't really know what attraction is. and 100 or 200 years ago being plumpier and having bigger waist and hips and chubbier cheeks was more attractive. So we don't know what attraction really is. It just kind of appears, and we try to make conclusions. This is what attraction is. Sometimes I think, though, that what people find the most attractive is the end of caring. Isn't that funny? So in the game of getting men, it might be that a more attractive body gets more men. So in that game, so it's so simple, in that game, maybe can't win. Maybe her sister wins more than she does. So like exactly the same as in sports, if you're better at tennis than her. So maybe, so what? It only matters really if the sense is that making love to men is more it than eating the cookies, than eating the cake. And that's not the actual experience. It can't be, because everything is God, everything is it. So, and eating the cake is as much making love, I assure you. You eat the cake and it's all making love. All of it. And it's really beautiful making love with other body mind mechanisms. Here's a really beautiful act, but you get more cakes than your sister. And then there's making love to the cake. But on the game of maybe getting a certain amount of men, but it doesn't matter, that's not your happiness. If that was your happiness, then it would mean that you're bound. If anything is your happiness, making love, the chocolate cake, the house, the money, then there is a binding. You are bound to that. Or you are created in that, maybe. You are created in that. That can only belong to a someone, and you're not a body, you're not an idea, you're not a past event, you're not something you get or lost or had. You're this. It's not even you, it's even beyond that concept. Just like saying Khaleesi isn't Khaleesi, that's just a name. You're not even you, there's just what is. This is as much intimate as telling your lover stories or kissing your lover. It's so intimate. This is it. This is it. This. The sadness, the happiness, all of it. Okay. Anyway. The weight loss question is about being more loved and respected, not just by men, but society, women, and all, period. Everything comes in opposites, and yeah, for sure, it seems that way. If you have a pretty body, it makes it easier for you in society. In one sense, I think they did lots of experiments. It seems to, like, seemingly can be part of the story. But everything will come in opposites, so there'll be downsides to it too. They'll be being treated by lack of respect. And if you've got a pretty body, then more than likely a lot of people will project onto you that you're it. And then you've got to disappoint them all because you're not it. So they'll be like, oh, she's it, she's the one. And then you've got to disappoint the hell out of them because you're not. Of course you can't be. It's no more it than the piece of shit. Or the dog bowl. There's not a piece of shit down here, but I saw the dog poles and thought of shit. Anyway. Well, thank you for your question. It's a great question, and the honesty is so sweet. I think a lot of women and men struggle with this.